So, we've got some drama brewing in the internet. That's right. Another video about Dave Chappelle and Ben Burgess. That's right, because it's happening. So, Ben Burgess works with the publisher Zer0 Books. In fact, to showcase how much of not a hater I am, I have a Zer0 Books book right here. This is Ben Burgess's first book, Give Them an Argument. So I'm about to give y'all some arguments here. So anyway, just, again, I'm not a complete troll. I'm not a hater. So Zer0 Books tweets out a controversial tweet. Chappelle's latest special is legitimately moving. People who are angry at him about transphobia clearly have not watched the show. So to my understanding, he talks about, Dave Chappelle talks about how he's got, a friend who was trans and then, basically kind of, misgenders them a couple times and then tries to use, their story dying as, a way to uncancel himself. That's my interpretation. That's how I understood it, given what I've seen. I have not watched the special. I'm going to tell you, I don't want to watch the special. If someone wants me to watch the special, you're going to have to pay me. I will watch the special if you pay me. Send me $50 on PayPal, and I will watch the special, and I will give you a full review. But until then, I'm just going to make fun of people posting cringe. So, Zer0 Books puts out this controversial tweet, and then follows up by saying, read Burgess's book. So, okay, let me get this straight. So, they give a controversial tweet, and then advertise their book. All right, incredible. But Ben Burgess also replied. And now, again, I have to do this in an incognito window because Ben Burgess has me blocked on my account because he canceled a comedian. For those of you that don't know, Ben Burgess, the author of Canceling Comedians While the World Burns, canceled me because I said, quote, that he was acting dumb as a shitfuck. He canceled me. Not only did he cancel me, but he didn't watch the full video. So basically, the exact thing the Zer0 Books are saying is what Ben Burgess did. He got upset by a small clip of my video and then did not watch the whole thing. He canceled me, a comedian, for using naughty words. Now, in my video, I was not transphobic. I was not bigoted at all. I just mocked the intelligence of an academic professor too much, and he did not like it. So, I want to be very clear on that one. But again, we got Dave, apparently a clip of what the incendiary remarks are. I read an article about them, but I'm going to see if I can get through 2 minutes of this. And if I can't, we're just going to move on. But either way, Ben Burgess weighed in, and we'll see what happens.
And they've canceled people that are more powerful than me. They canceled J.K. Rowling.
So, who's they? I mean, that's my thing. Who the hell is they? Is it the Jews, Dave? Is that the direction you're going? Who the fuck is they? They've canceled powerful people? If they are so powerful that they can cancel billionaires, what is they? I'm trying to understand this. Okay, so J.K. Rowling is a billionaire. She is publishing new books. She is working on films. She has royalties coming in from video games. She has unlimited amounts of wealth, and she can publish anything she wants. She's canceled. And they canceled her, whoever they is. Now, that's the thing here, is that canceled means nothing. It doesn't mean anything. And that's why I like to focus on why Ben Burgess canceled me. Because at the end of the day, he wrote a book on canceling comedians. Comedians don't get canceled. All right? You cannot cancel someone who's got millions of dollars. You just can't do it. But who you can cancel are minorities. You can say that they don't deserve to have equal rights as you. And in a lot of instances, they have no money, they have no power, no one knows who they are, and their lives are just impacted negatively as a result. Whenever Dave Chappelle goes trending, J.K. Rowling goes trending, it's a new wave of trauma for transgender people because they can't go on the internet without reading about how famous billionaires hate them, want them to die, and are complaining that they're canceled. Billionaires complaining that they're canceled. While trans people typically face housing discrimination. While trans people typically, have no intergenerational wealth, typically speaking, because a lot of us get kicked out of the family. But, right? So, that's the thing about it. It's just I don't understand who they is. How can anyone be canceled? Well, I'm 6 seconds in. Let's keep going.
My God, J.K. Rowling wrote all the Harry Potter books by herself. She sold so many books, the Bible worries about her. And they canceled her because she said in an interview, and this is not exactly what she said, but effectually, she said...
So again, they canceled her. I just want to know who they is. They canceled J.K. Rowling. Who did? They. Well, who did? They. Well, how did they?
Said gender was a fact. And then the trans community got mad as shit. They started calling her a TERF.
So, okay, I just want to be very clear here. The way that this guy speaks, and I don't know if I can get much more than 30 seconds in. The way this guy speaks as if he's like a philosopher. Like he's got a monocle and top hat on, and he's really telling like the people about the human condition. Also, what does gender is a fact mean? That's like saying hot dogs are a fact. Yeah. Well, what about them? Yeah, they're unhealthy, right? Like, you know, that you know, you can put condiments on. What about? That's like trains are a fact. Okay. Well, what are you weighing in on the subject? Like that's like saying like, you know, like this cup of coffee. It's a fact. Well, yeah, I mean, it is here. It does exist. It is fact. It's an object that exists in the world. You can see video. What does gender is a fact even mean? Is the claim that gender is immutable? Like, from birth, you are assigned a gender, and that gender cannot change? Because that's not, I don't interpret that from gender as a fact. When I hear the term gender as a fact, I think, all right, gender exists. It's a fact. What about that fact? And also, who's they?
I didn't even know what the fuck that was. But I know that trans people make up words to win arguments.
So, again, what is, like, trans people make up words to win arguments. Whereas, this guy is claiming that a mystical they have canceled a billionaire that currently has a book deal, a movie deal, and a video game deal going all at once. Like, that's the thing, right? Trans people, they're the ones making things up to win arguments. Meanwhile, they canceled J.K. Rowling. They did. Who did? They did. But they're the trans people. They're the ones that make up arguments. Meanwhile, again, they canceled J.K. Rowling.
So I looked it up. TERF is an acronym. Stands for Trans Exclusionary Radical Feminists. This is a real thing. This is a group of women that hate transgender. They don't hate transgender women, but they look at trans women the way we blacks might look at blackface. It offends them. Like, ooh, this bitch is doing an impression of me. Now, I shouldn't speak on this.
All right, anyway, so I'm bored. So Ben Burgess weighed in. And someone asked, because Zer0 Books was agreeing with this transphobic tirade and basically using Ben Burgess's book to advertise as a way to, like, read Ben's book, because that'll explain who they is. If maybe Ben's book is in or maybe they is in Ben's book. We have to buy the book to find out who they is. So someone on Twitter named @clownwebsite, very apt, said, @Ben Burgess, serious question. Do you agree with this take? Now, reminder, everyone, I am opening this up in an alternate incognito window because Ben Burgess blocked me, folks. Look at this. Don't miss what's happening. I can't log in, because if I logged in, Ben Burgess's tweets would not be visible because he blocked me. He canceled me for saying, quote, dumb as a shit fuck. Now, did I say any specific group of marginalized people were dumb as a shit fuck? Did I say I hated a specific group of marginalized people? No. I just said the words that Ben Burgess used made him, and only him, sound, quote, dumb as a shit fuck, and I got canceled over it. Now, maybe I should have peppered in, and same thing with the Jew. Maybe I should have done that, and then maybe Ben Burgess wouldn't have been able to cancel me, because then I would have been technically a comedian in his eyes. Right, but let's read. Ben Burgess says, haven't seen the special yet, implying that he will. I will say, parents, you can find me talking about this in a couple of places on YouTube and in the comedy chapter of the last book. I love this. I love this. It's like record scratch, freeze frame, got to get my advertisement in, right? It's like, what? Right? That I thought similar criticisms of Sticks and Stones were misguided, but maybe he is saying something actually transphobic. Now, again, Dave Chappelle has a history of basically attacking transgender people, saying they don't belong in bathrooms, they shouldn't be out in public, right? Disgusting, evil shit. And then, so Ben Burgess classifies that as, that's not actually trans. You don't want trans people outside? That's not transphobic. It's just, I don't want to be around trans people. It's not trans. You don't think trans people should be allowed to use bathrooms? That's not transphobic at all. No, that's not actually transphobic. What's actually transphobic? I don't. It would be something. But that's certainly not. That's certainly not actually transphobic, right? So, Clown website response. He did say that he was on Team TERF and misgendered a dead trans friend, so I guess it depends if you consider that transphobic. But I know you don't like to comment without looking at the source material. Ben Burgess says, that all certainly sounds bad. But yeah, that sounds bad. Is it transphobic? Oh. But it sounds bad. Like, what? Okay. But yeah, I really don't. I even saw Zer0 Dark 30 in the theater. It was pretty sure I'd hate it. What it said about torture. But I don't comment on movies I haven't seen. And I knew I wanted to comment. What? It sounds... Also, again, that's the thing. Is that Ben Burgess is so fucking stupid. The idea that saying someone is a TERF is bad, he can't do it. Yeah, being a TERF, it definitely sounds bad. I mean, it might be bad. But is it actually transphobic? Now, like, as we've previously established, Dave Chappelle saying trans people shouldn't be in public, that's not actually transphobic. So, who knows what being on Team TERF would mean in Ben Burgess's eyes. All I know is that Ben Burgess blocked me on fucking Twitter for making a goddamn joke. That's all I know. And he's out here defending some rich comedian who's defending a billionaire. That's all I know. Well, someone that gets like 12 viewers on YouTube and has no money, am getting canceled. He goes out there and defends the rich and powerful comedians, the rich and powerful authors. That's all I know. Ben Burgess is a scam, folks. The whole thing. The whole thing's a scam. That's right. This whole video is just for petty grievances. And by the way, in Ben Burgess's last tweet to me, he said, I hope she gets a hobby. I'm not going to get a hobby. Look at all these half-finished hobbies. Look, I got Legos up there that I haven't finished, right? I don't know where I'm putting. I got a video game collection that I haven't finished. I got clothes that I haven't folded. I start hobbies and I never finish them. So, you're in for a world of it, Ben. You're in for a world.